I have had the most difficult time trying to upload videos for the past 3 or 4 days. It's just been driving me crazy. So instead of refilming my weekly makeup basket, I decided I'm going to skip that video for this week because I'm just going to have to upload another one in about 3 days. So I'm just trying to catch up from here. This is actually going to be a Throwback Thursday video for April of 2013. So what I've done is I've went back and checked out my favorites that I had 2 years ago, and I'm seeing if they've been replaced with something, if I've used them up, if they're still a favorite. Sometimes you see these items in favorites videos and then you never see them again. So the very first item that I mentioned was the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. I've actually went through 2 Park Avenue Princess bronzers since 2013. So this one's brand new, ready to go. That is what it looks like in there. It's a really lovely bronzer, and especially if you have fair skin, this is a really nice one. So I did a little swatch here on the back of my hand. It does have a slight sheen to it. I really don't feel like the sheen translates onto your face. I think it just helps it blend a little bit better. I've actually been using the NARS Laguna bronzer since, I believe it's since October of 2014, so I haven't had a chance to go back to my Park Avenue Princess bronzer yet, but I've had 2 little deluxe size samples of the NARS Laguna bronzer. This is it right here. I feel like this is a really lovely bronzer as well. This one is kind of higher up on my chain of bronzers. This one's my favorite as of right now. Here they are side by side so you can kind of compare them. They're pretty similar. I feel like the only difference between the two is the slight sheen that the Tarte bronzer has. So this one right here, this is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. This is the NARS Laguna bronzer. You can see they're pretty much identical. I feel like the Park Avenue Princess has a slight bit more of that golden sheen to it, and the NARS one doesn't have as much, but I feel like they're both really fantastic options for a bronzer. And then the next item I talked about was my Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush in the shade Orchid Hush, and I actually finished that up in 2014 it was actually in my Project 20 pan that I started in about October of 2014. If I remember, I'll link that video down in the description box. You can go back and check it out, but I was really into the shade. It was a very light pink color. I ended up having to use that Dream Bouncy Blush as an eyeshadow base, and I was just over it. By the time I was finished up with it, I couldn't use it up fast enough. So I've definitely not purchased any cream blushes since then. I'm not a very big cream blush fan. I knew that it had mixed reviews when I had purchased it, and I was just kind of in love with the shade. I definitely did not enjoy the texture of it once I started working with it and trying to use it as a blush, but you know, everybody's different, everybody likes different things. I'm definitely not a cream blush fan, I'm more of a powder blush fan. So anyway, moving on to the next one, it was my MAC Black Track Fluid line. I love this stuff. I think I may have mentioned this in the March 2013 favorites when I did a throwback on those ones too. It's just a black gel liner. I actually have Blue Peep in my waterline. It's a fluid line too, but it's more of a teal shade. They stay in my waterline all day long. They're pretty much bulletproof in my waterline. Moving on to an eyeshadow, this is the Wet n Wild single in the shade Kitten, and it's kind of a light lilac lavender sort of shade with some golden, it's like a golden sheen to it. And I actually haven't played with this in a very long time. I would probably say maybe a year. This is really beautiful. I completely forgot that I had this. So there it is on my finger. Maybe you can kind of pick up that golden sheen. It's almost like a duochrome, but it's more of just a golden shift. So there it is on the back of my hand. I'm definitely going to be pulling this out to play with for the springtime. It's a really beautiful shade, and I haven't actually seen this in the stores lately. I'm not quite sure if this has been discontinued in the stores or if it's just incredibly difficult to find, but if you by chance happen to find this single, definitely snag it up. This next one, I kind of lost track of how long I had had this around. This is the Stila Convertible Color. What is this called? Yeah, Convertible Color. This one's in the shade Peony. and that is it right there. I actually had no idea that this had been hanging around for 2 years, and I was considering using this as a lip product, but since it is a cream product and it's been around for 2 years, I think I'm just gonna toss it after this video. I do remember it was kind of a darker nude shade when I'd wear it on the lips. That is it right there. And you know, it's kind of like an orangey brown. That's how it pulls on my skin. It was kind of a nude. I think I used it as a blush like twice, 3 times, 2 or 3 times. So I don't know. It's definitely not, you know, one of my favorite products. Again, I'm not much of a fan of cream blushes anymore. It just makes me a little uneasy, so I think I'm just gonna have to toss this guy. I have another kind of nude lip product. This is the e.l.f. Conditioning Lip Balm, and this has SPF of 15. This is my second one of these, so this one hasn't been around for 2 years, but this one is in the shade Nice and Natural. These are fantastic. I don't know if they still make these. I actually had to pick this up both times from the e.l.f. website. It's a little bit lighter than the Stila Peony shade, so let me show you right here. So that is the e.l.f. Nice and Natural lip balm, tinted lip balm, and then this was the Stila Peony. So you can see there it has less orange. It's more natural looking on the lips, I think, and I'm over halfway finished with this one, so I'm really excited to see if I can finish this one off, and I actually really like the packaging of these. I think it's pretty cute, so it's a little bulky, but I still think it's cute. Alright, and then I had the Maybelline Falsies Volume Express Mascara. I love this mascara. I still love it today. Like the name suggests, it's very voluminous. I really loved how thick it made my lashes, but it also lengthened them, and it definitely separated them too. It was really cool. I love this mascara. I can't wait to break it back open and start using it again. I have about 2 or 3 mascaras that I want to use before I open this one, but I'm definitely going to break this out this year. This is in my top 5 favorite mascaras of all time. So then I had the Pureology Super Smooth Shampoo, and I had found it clearanced out at Target. Obviously I've used that up since then, but I have been a major fan of Pureology hair products for probably 8 or 9 years now. This one is a huge mumbo jumbo size that I bought last summer, and I'm still probably right up to here. I switch off between my shampoos, so this one's lovely. This is actually the NanoWorks shampoo, and it's for aging color treated hair. If you have color treated hair, if you dye your hair on a regular basis, semi-regular basis, definitely check out Pureology. I found that the hydration line, I believe that's the purple one, I think the pink one as well, I think that's the volumizing one. Those are my absolute favorite. They smell like heaven. It's really pricey when you buy these huge sizes. This is 33, almost 34 fluid ounces, but it's hung around forever, so it's almost been a year and I'm not even halfway through this. The last item that I mentioned is this Revlon Minted Nail Polish. This is one of the polishes that was in my Project Polish for 2015, and I had been working through it. I finished this off. I think I finished this one in March. February or March, I can't remember, but I will link my Project Polish video down in the description box so you can follow that. But this was just a beautiful kind of minty bluish green sort of shade. So those were my favorites from 2013. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!